Hey everyone, ready for another adventure? Honestly, no exaggeration, ever since we started doing overseas store visits, we've been getting so many invites that our schedule has already reached France. And guess what? For our 15th episode, we've made it all the way here, to France. The store we visited is XPENG's very first store in Paris, the exact same one their CEO came to cut the ribbon for last October. I wanted to see for myself how the store he personally checked in at has been doing after 8 months of business. This store is in Paris's 17th district, right in front of our light rail station. And the location is actually really smart. Sure, it's a little noisy, but every time a train passes by, the XPENG logo on the storefront basically turns into a moving live ad. This store used to be a mini showroom, and now it's surrounded by BMW and Audi dealerships. Right across the street is Land Rover, so a lot of people check out Land Rover first and then walk over to see the XPENG G9. Right now, the store gets around 10 groups of visitors every day, with 2 to 3 test drives daily, and the test drive conversion rate is super high. France is actually XPENG's fastest growing market. In the first half of this year, France already jumped to number 3 in XPENG's European sales ranking. To put that in perspective, Norway started back in 2020, Denmark in 2021, and France only entered the market last May. And we all know French people don't really like speaking English. It's not just a language thing, it's more like a cultural habit. So, in a country with such a strong cultural moat, you'd think a new, unfamiliar brand would really struggle. But surprisingly, XPENG didn't hit a wall, and instead, it built a unique emotional connection with French customers. So, what's XPENG's survival playbook in France? I've summed it up into 3 main strategies: aiming high-end, crushing it with features, and expanding super fast. In France, XPENG positions itself as a high-end, but high-end doesn't mean overpriced. It's about redefining what high-end means with amazing features. From our data, XPENG's prices in Europe aren't even in the top tier. In fact, the pricing in France is really striking, especially in the high-end segment. In this store, there are 2 main models, the G6 positioned as high-end and the G9 positioned as luxury. XPENG's prices are actually lower than most of its competitors, but the features and value you get are way ahead of the same level. That's what they call not fighting a price war, but a value war. In the mid-size electric CUV category, XPENG is a real top seller. The G6 goes head-to-head with the local Peugeot 3008. The price is almost the same, but the G6 gives you extras like automatic parking, all-wheel drive, and a longer driving range. It's like paying Tesla Model Y money but getting features close to a Mercedes EQE. At the same price, XPENG gives you about 30% more features than Tesla.
Traditionnellement très cher dans la concurrence, qui sont 2 séries chez XPENG, parce que chez XPENG on va retrouver un véhicule entièrement équipé avec une conduite autonome de niveau 2, un stationnement automatique, des sièges nuages d'une très grande qualité, un grand confort, tout un réseau de caméras et de capteurs permettant les caméras 360, un système son X-Opera, tous des fonctionnalités et des appareils utilitaires qui sont traditionnellement chers dans la concurrence, qui sont là de série. Et chez XPENG, vous allez juste avoir la peinture métallisée et la barre d'attelage qui va être en option. Donc c'est vrai que sur le prix en bas de la page chez XPENG, on va être moins cher que la concurrence, pas extrêmement moins cher, mais quand on prend par rapport au nombre de fonctionnalités et d'options qu'il y a dans le véhicule, c'est là où se fait toute la différence. Je vous donne un petit exemple. Chez Tesla, le pack EPA de conduite autonome est à près de 4 000 € en option, alors qu'il est 2 séries inclus dans le prix du véhicule chez XPENG. Donc quand vous mettez bout à bout tous ces éléments-là, on a un prix qui est beaucoup plus attractif que la concurrence.
A lot of tech fans who used to love Tesla are now switching over because they're impressed by XPENG's fully in-house self-driving tech. The G6 has become a new favorite for French families. And in the larger electric CUV category, similar European models sell for around 80,000 euros, but the XPENG G9 start at just 60,000 euros, and even the base model comes fully loaded with luxury features. If a European brand tried to match XPENG's standard features, you'd have to pay an extra 4,000 to 5,000 euros on top.
Concurrence de très belles marques et de gros modèles européen. Vous allez retrouver à l'intérieur du G9 un double écran tactile, un système d'info divertissement à la pointe de la technologie, une conduite autonome, un stationnement automatique, des suspensions pneumatiques pour le modèle performance. Le modèle performance peut aller jusqu'à 550 chevaux 0 à 100 en 3 secondes 9. C'est des performances stratosphériques. Pour un véhicule de 80 000 euros, c'est absolument du jamais vu.
And XPENG updates its tech really fast. No cutting corners, no half-hearted upgrades. The 2025 models of the G6 and G9 are now out in Europe, and they're making BBA owners seriously question their choices. With the same budget, why would you still suffer through the nightmare of endless German car add-on packages?
Tout simplement exceptionnel. Pas plus tard qu'hier, j'ai croisé un G9 Performance dans les rues de Paris. Le monsieur possède un Porsche Cayenne et une Porsche 911. Il m'a dit que de loin, c'était la voiture qu'il préférait rouler. C'était la voiture dans laquelle il était le plus confortable, dans laquelle il prenait le plus de plaisir. Donc c'est pour vous dire le positionnement qu'on peut avoir.
In the end, what really makes French customers pay for XPENG isn't fancy marketing talk, it's the value gap they actually feel. Turns out, with 70,000 euros, you really can enjoy what feels like a 100,000 euro experience. In France, XPENG has even set a record, going from 0 to 50 stores in less than a year, expanding way faster than any other European country. With growth that fast, I couldn't help but wonder, what's driving it? Luckily, on this visit, we got to chat with Qiang Shengqiang, XPENG's head of Western and Southern Europe, and he shared the key logic behind it. In France, XPENG truly starts from the user's point of view, not just selling cars. They focus on universal values and build long-term trust through three things: leading with warmth as a brand, backing it up with strong products, and delivering on service promises, turning customers into XPENG's own ambassadors. Right now, in France, a lot of stores opened in Q2. As a part of a front-loaded plan, the French team has been working hard on brand building, and that solid foundation is what drives sales to grow so quickly. The strong product lineup also gives dealers the confidence to invest. And 50 stores, that's just the beginning. XPENG is making good on its promise of always being close by anywhere in France. You're within an hour's drive of an XPENG store. They are working closely with local dealers to shorten the service distance and offer full cycle support, from test drives to maintenance, which is exactly the kind of service security French customers care about the most.
Ouais, c'est ça. Donc nous, l'objectif, c'est quand même d'avoir une vraie relation avec le client. C'est une relation qu'on va entretenir du début, donc quand il rentre dans le showroom jusqu'à la livraison et même après pour tout ce qui va être la prévente. Donc on a un suivi avec le client.
Normally, when I talk about a brand or a market, I like to break down success by looking at features, pricings, and sales channels. But honestly, those aren't the real reasons behind XPENG's success in France. The answer is actually simpler. True globalization comes from shared values. While most brands are busy figuring out how to sell more cars, XPENG chose to first answer a bigger question. Why do people need cars in the first place? They don't try to convince you with numbers and specs, and instead they connect with real human desire. What truly crosses borders isn't just the product itself, it's the sincerity and care behind that product.